Skill number 6. Again, this is where we're talking about the top 10 skills as a senior Power Platform developer you need to master and understand going into 2025. This is what the hiring managers, this is what these teams are looking for. You have to be able to master JSON. JSON really, it's really two arenas you have to master JSON in. You have to master JSON in Power Apps. In Power Apps, you have to be able to take a JSON, hydrate it into a collection, understand what untyped objects are, and be able to type them and put them in a collection. So that way you're in the natural flow of how the Power App controls would leverage that collection. You have to be able to go the reverse on that as well. Take a collection to a JSON. In Power Apps, you have to be able to take a JSON, stringify it, store it. Take a stringified JSON that's stored, hydrate it, make it into a collection. You have to understand all that flow, and you be really good at it, right? On the other side of the house, JSON and Power Automate. JSON and Power Automate this is where, again, this is what separates the 1% from everyone else. You can have the exact same process run 5 minutes by using out-of-the-box actions. You can have the exact same process run 10 seconds using sophisticated JSON manipulation practices within Power Automate. What do I mean by that? If you have experience with this, you absolutely know that the apply to each will kill performance in Power Automate. So we do things like select actions where we're filtering the array, or we're selecting certain objects in the array to create a new array. We're not looping through that to create a new schema or structure or filtering the array. This is where you get a huge amount of performance gain. The other thing is processing JSON from making data calls, get items, get file properties, HTTP requests to an endpoint, or calling a subflow or a child flow. Being able to process that JSON in the most efficient, effective way, and then either pass it back to the caller or do whatever you need to do, right into a SharePoint list or Dataverse, or whatever the case may be. So being able to process JSON in Power Automate and Power Apps is the number one skill you have to hone on. That's what's going to separate you from everyone else. Stay skilled up, my friend.